All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good afternoon, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the Royal Tea. It is the 7th of December. Happy Monday. Hope you've all had a great beginning of your week. Sorry I've been gone for a while. I know it's been just over 2 weeks. Wow, I've had a lot going on. I don't even want to get into it, but I'm back, so let's get started. I don't have anything about royal history today. I have so much I want to cover with the Harkles. I just want to dive right in. Now, if you hear the dogs downstairs barking, you're going to have to forgive me. My neighbors are a little bit on the trashy side, if you know what I mean. And they're out in the front yard talking to each other in very loud voices. And it's making the dog go nuts. I think they've taken a little break, though. Let's get started. In the dumpster fire that is the life of the Harkles. Well, okay. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this. Now, I had very good reason to suspect that Smegs Harkle was one of the singers on the current U.S. season of The Masked Singer. If any of you have watched it, let me tell you what I was thinking. Season 4 premiered earlier. They've gotten to the 10th episode right now. Me and my partner have watched every season. We didn't realize season 4 was on. His mom told us. So this past weekend, we binge watched all 10 episodes. And in the very first episode, there was a character, the jellyfish, and her clue package before she performed showed her. She was talking. She said that she escaped some traumatic situation, and the lights in my head immediately went off. Bing, bing, bing. That's her talking about escaping the royal family because it was so traumatic. She had to keep her mouth shut, allegedly, but she didn't. That's what I was thinking. And I told my partner, I was like, you hear that? You hear that? That's Smegs. That's Smegs. And at the end of the clue package, the very end of it, they showed a container of baby powder. And my partner said, oh, you're right. There's baby powder. That's a sign for Archie. I said, no. Okay, that could be a sign for Archie, or it could also be a sign for their substance addiction, because baby powder is known, I'm sorry, dealers are notoriously known for lacing their booger sugar with baby powder. So that could apply to the Harkles. Either way, when the clue package was over, the jellyfish opened her mouth and began singing, and I automatically knew that it couldn't be Smegs because her voice is probably not that good. Definitely not that good. I've never heard her sing. But anyway, later on, several episodes later, one of the clue packages, she said that her father and her are very close, and she's grateful for everything her dad did for her when she was growing up, and all this about her dad, on and on. So I knew that wasn't her. But make a long story short, let me get to the finish. She ended up getting unmasked, and it definitely wasn't Smegs. There you go. Next thing. I know you've all heard about this. It was announced last week by Smegs' company, Sunshine Sacks, and I didn't want to really spend too much time on it, but everyone who follows the royals has heard about it, and you all want to talk about it, I'm sure. So let me tell you a few things that I've heard through the grapevine. Now, I don't know if any of these things are true, of course. Only Smegs knows the truth, and, let me correct. Only Smegs and God know the truth, and neither one of them have reached out to me to talk about it. So let me tell you the things that are unconfirmed, but still, if you put 2 and 2 together, I'm sure you can figure it out. The first thing that I've heard is that this whole thing is just a fabrication. She's doing this just for, I don't know, sympathy, but it's just a total thing that is made up out of Smegs' thin air. I don't want to say if I believe that or not. I don't know. I would hate to think that someone would do something like that, but that's what I've heard. Second thing, I thought about this. Why would you announce this? She said it happened in July. Why announce it 6 months later? What's the purpose and point? Well, come to find out, Duchess William, I'm sorry, excuse my French, Duchess Kate and Prince William announced that they had lost their dog. He passed away, Lupo. So Smegs was announcing this to kind of outshine them. I hate to say it like that when it comes to the whole situation, but to take the spotlight off them and put it on her. A reason to project sympathy to the Cambridges. So Smegs finds it a reason to put your sympathy on her. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah, okay. Third thing I wanted to mention with this, Her Majesty the Queen would think that this was a private matter that needed to be kept to yourself. So she would be totally against this whole announcement. This would be a private thing, okay? So, number 4, how can a woman whose womb is as barren and dry as the Sahara Desert carry a child? Okay. Number 5, she wanted, allegedly, now this is totally alleged, she's very angry. When I say she, I mean Mrs. Harkle, is enraged, in fact, that she did not get a huge reaction from the palace. And I know this is going to be controversial for me to say, but she wanted a Diana death level reaction from the palace about this alleged incident. And when I say that, I mean she wanted along the lines of a live announcement or a live statement from the Queen on TV. Why would she do that? Why would the Queen even put out a statement about this to begin with? Like I said a couple of things ago, it's a private matter. That's what Her Majesty would consider it, right? That needs to be kept to yourself. There's no reason to put out a statement saying it even happened. What's the point? You want to score sympathy with people, Mrs. Harkle. And the Queen doesn't do those live statements. She did it about Diana because she was backed into a corner. The Prime Minister forced her hand. She did one when her mother passed away, the Queen Mother, in 2002, but that was her own mother. And you want her, the Spare's wife allegedly has this happen, and you want her to do the things that she did for her mother and Diana? Oh, you have a very inflated sense of self, Mrs. Harkle. You really do. And the last thing I wanted to talk about with this, and then I'm going to move on. I've spent too long on it, as a matter of fact. She allegedly suffered unbearable grief due to this when it happened back in July. How many Zoom appearances with these paid things that she does did she do in July and August? She didn't appear to be under unbearable grief at that time. Come on, it just doesn't add up. Okay, next thing that I want to talk about is Mr. Harkle, aka Smegs's handbag, has filed a lawsuit. Okay, he filed a libel suit against the Associated Newspapers, which owns the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday, and Mail Online. Now, this is the same Associated Newspapers that his wife is suing. This is the 6th lawsuit that the couple has filed in a year. The papers were filed on the 27th of November, so it's still in the early stages, so not a whole lot is known about it, although this legal team that his legal team, they threatened the Mail on Sunday with legal action in October over the Mail on Sunday's claims that he had not kept in touch with the Royal Marines since March when he moved to the U.S. Now, a source said that these allegations are not true. The same legal team that issued that threat to the Mail on Sunday in October is the same one that has filed this lawsuit, but it's not known if the lawsuit is over that. So, we'll find out. Another day, another lawsuit. And the last thing I want to talk about, and this is the kicker of all of them, this is the best one. Handbag was mistaken for a Christmas tree salesperson. She's got him looking so unkempt that he doesn't even look like a prince anymore. Wow, she's really gotten what she wanted. I bet when this happened, she was beaming ear to ear. Okay, so the Harkles stopped in at a pop-up stand to buy holiday decorations. The place was called, get this, Big Wave Dave's Christmas Trees. It was outside a Macy's in Santa Barbara, not too far from their $14.7 million compound, of course. The Harkles had arranged to have the place all to themselves, but this boy and his parents hadn't been rushed out in time before the Harkles got there. The 5-year-old boy ran up to Handbag and asked him if he worked there. A witness said that the Harkles went about their business. So it didn't say how he responded, but he just went about his business. Anyway, let me see. So what I thought about this was, it's really sad, a prince of the blood mistaken for a Christmas tree salesman. I mean, he needs to do a serious reevaluation about his life when people are mistaking him for somebody who's not important, right? Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to mention about this is he really needs to be careful who he tells that he's selling trees to, because that means something else to a lot of people. Okay, a few comments from the last video. Hybe, Meghan created all her own drama. She was well accepted into the royal family. She is no comparison to Diana, Princess of Wales, and never will be. Well, Meg is good at creating drama. I'm sure there are a few people who work at Netflix who will be very glad to hear about that. Omid is her puppet. He says what Smegs allows him to, and now possible perjury as she admits to lying about the book. Diana was very sensitive and caring, very different from Cringe, who is abrasive and hateful. Her glass eyes don't cry. I hope Smega remembered to use her senior citizen discount at the hospital. Where is Archie? Gee, let's hope Smegs doesn't meet the same end as Diana. She seems to think she is Diana number 2. So what have we learned today, everybody? Number 1, Smegarot wants us to believe that a postmenopausal woman fast approaching 50 can still bear children. Number 2, the only thing that perished in the womb was Smegs' dream of being Diana 2.0. Number 3, the Harkles have now filed more lawsuits than they have family members with whom they are on good terms. Number 4, their lawsuits now outnumber the amount of current and former spouses Smegs has had. Number 5, Smega has finally achieved one of her goals. Her handbag looks so out of sorts, he now is mistaken for a commoner while she is in designer clothes, but is still a frumpy tart. Number 6, Handbag has achieved a milestone in his life. For one brief moment, someone, even if it was just a 5-year-old, thought he was gainfully employed. Number 7, Smegs is allegedly great at creating drama, which the execs at Netflix will be relieved to hear. Number 8, Omid and Handbag are Mrs. Harkle's puppets, and it is far, far from the first time she has had her hand up a man's posterior, except all the other times she was below deck. Number 9, Smegs is as abrasive as sandpaper on your bum. Number 10, Archofficial is on his shelf waiting for his next merching/outing. And number 11, let's hope Mrs. Markle doesn't meet the same fate as Diana? 6 feet underground, alone, on a patch of dirt surrounded by water? Is that supposed... Shut up. Alright, if you wanted to drop me a line, and I don't mean booger sugar, or send treats to the doggies, there's the P.O. Box. Tips are also greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. There's my PayPal info. There's my social media info as well. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of you. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.